Now we have our Archangel kid, so this is definitely going to be like a stress test for the Archangel. Here's the thing though, they can't, they're tapped out. Like, because they're tapped out, they can't block. It's just pretty much the, wow, not bad. Not half bad for a stress test. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of Man, and today we got a juicer for you. Before we dig into it, I'm gonna ask you the question of the day. What is your favorite angel of all time? This is not my favorite angel, but let's go ahead and dive right in. We got an angel today, the Archangel of Tithes. Now, flying, as long as this card is untapped, creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. As long as it is attacking, creatures can't block unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. Now, I will kind of open this up by saying, obviously when you're playing mono white, in my opinion, one of the best cards in standard, the Wandering Emperor. Why are we running this instead of the Wandering Emperor? Well, because I want to commit to Thalia. Thalia, obviously, I don't know if you've heard of Thalia before, but non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. So obviously I don't really want to be running a lot of, or really any. We are running one, I'm going to get to that in a second, but I don't really want to be running a whole lot of non-creature spells at all if I can't help it, because when you have Thalia out, you're just kind of taxing yourself, and that's not really good. So instead of running the Wandering Emperor, I think this Archangel can be like a nice little replacement. We drop this on curve when we have Thalia, and we don't have to really worry about taxing ourselves. And speaking of taxes, we have tithes, taxes, and everything in between. We do have the Aven Interrupter card. Whenever this enters the battlefield, you're going to exile target spell. It becomes plotted. Now, of course, your spells your opponent's cast from the graveyards or exile are going to cost 2 more to cast, which is really, really nice. We also have the Anointed Peacekeeper. This card seems like very little play, and I think it's very playable. I mean, obviously, Brutal Cathar is very good because we do need some sort of creature removal. I do have the Elspeth Smite, deals 3 damage to start attacking or blocking creature, and I thought about running like maybe like Ossification or something like that, because we do run a lot of planes, but I thought no, because A, we have Thalia, so the Elspeth Smite is fine. I mean, worst case scenario, it'll cost 2. That's fine. This is the only non-creature, yeah, it's the only non-creature that we even run at all. And you do need something, especially because there is so much prowess in the format. And this is actually really nice because this doesn't take care of Swifty very well because of the prowess, but the bird doesn't increase its toughness. So even if they do slam down the bird and they go for Monstrous Rage, you're still going to have 3 damage to it. It's still going to kill it no matter what. So it takes care of the bird, does not take care of the prowess creature so much, but the prowess bird is dead meat to this. So go in for that. So that's the only thing we have with Thalia. Again, with it, we just want to tax our opponent to death here. We're going to tax him with Thalia. We're going to tax him with Aven Interrupter. This card is real. I mean, I'm really liking this Aven Interrupter here, man. And the Anointed Peacekeeper, we're just going to call it anything. And then, you know what? We just say, hey, it's going to cost even another 2. So that's really nice there. And again, we don't have 4 Cavern of Souls because we're not full-blown humans. We are. We have some angels here. We got a bird. We got a plane. No, I'm just kidding. But we do have a Phyrexian Mite, so I'm not going to go overboard with the Cavern of Souls, but we do have that kind of like human type of early stuff here. We have the Intrepid Adversary, we've got the Coppercoat Vanguard, Spellbook Vendor. I like this card a lot. This card, with that one ability, there's a lot of times where it just kind of like makes you more mana efficient. Sometimes you'll play a creature for 3, you got 1 left over, you just smack it onto a sorcerer roll. So I do like this card a lot. Recruitment Officer to find, well, I love Recruitment Officer. We're gonna find it because if you notice, we have three drops here. So a lot of times we're like begging for like a Brutal Cathar, or you're begging for like a Peacekeeper potentially, or an Interrupter. But either way, I think all 3 of these cards are very viable, and you're gonna just search for like a Brutal Cathar with your Recruitment Officer a lot of the time. And Lunarch Veteran just to gain some life. Why not Skrelv? Because we gotta protect our Brutal Cathars. You can honestly convince me to go up to 2 Skrelvs, but for right now we're just gonna go ahead and run 1. But either way, the Archangel of Tithes, I think this card is actually playable. Again, I'm not selling this as like, I still think like Wandering Emperor, you know, that kind of stuff here is a little bit better, but I think this is like a viable replacement, especially if you're going to go with Thalia and you need a creature. So special shout out to the Mana Rocks. The Mana Rocks are the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Cannot thank you folks enough. It means the absolute world to me that people would support me in my long-term journey through this, because Mana Man, I want to be here for a while, so we are here for a long time. We're here for a long time and a good time. That saying's a little funky. I don't know exactly how that thing was going, but you kind of know. It was a play on words. It was a play on words. But just keep in mind that only you can help save the ether with me. So make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this. Make sure to answer your favorite angel of all time. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Thought marker. Hello. Okay, let's go ahead and mark our thoughts here. My thoughts regarding the second. I think this deck is pretty good. I think it's just a little under the meta right now, but with this Archangel, I think we can kind of make this work. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just smite this bat down. You're not really the good bat, but nevertheless, I think we will just kind of maintain tempo here. Hopefully we can get into our second land, or our third land. If we get into 3 lands, we're usually pretty good here. We don't really need the Archangel to win, but I think this is a nice little like stamp on the game. Nevertheless, we do have our Spellbook Vendor, but we're gonna need more land. We're gonna need more land either way. So, welcoming Vampire. Welcome to the show. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do, let's go ahead and put... Yeah, it's been a while since I've kind of played with the Spellbook Vendor. Let's go ahead and just put the thingy on you so that we can scry for a sorcerer roll. And we still have Elspeth Smite. That feels pretty good. Come on, land. Ooh, that's not a land. So, let's go and put you away. Put you away so that we still have the Elspeth Smite for this welcoming vampire. Unfortunately, I am pretty sure they're going to welcome us with a card that's going to let them draw. Not great. And hopefully it's not the bat. Okay, Preacher's not horrendous, I suppose. Yeah, this is actually pretty concerning. This isn't concerning, though. This is not concerning. We just killed that. That feels amazing. So still no land. Very unfortunate. I think we're just going to have to go in for the Coppercoat Vanguard here, just so that we actually can swing in with the vendor. And fingers crossed for a land. There's a land. Okay, definitely needed that. Yeah, because this thing, I don't think they really want to get rid of this thing. They definitely want to keep this. But now we get into our third land. Finally, we can go in for Brutal Cathar or the Aven Interrupter. Welcoming Vampire. Okay. So they're going to create a 1-1 and then draw. Okay. Definitely not ideal here, but that's okay. And the thing is like, do we want to kill this thing? Not really. It sucks, but like, I think we just kind of take it for now. This thing is definitely a pain in our side. Thorn in our side, pain in our side, it's something. Alright, finally get into our land here. Now what do we want to do, though? Do we want a Brutal Cathar? If we swing in with, like, the vendor, like, what happens here? I'm not going to be putting a sorcerer roll token on this thing. No way. If they double block, I don't think it's that smart on them. If I go for Brutal Cathar, I mean, obviously, like, this is just screams spot removal. So let's maybe just swing in here. Decline. I can't swing with a Vanguard. No, it doesn't really make any sense. We could bluff, but I think it's probably too risky to bluff here. So I'm probably just looking for another land. Yep, that's fine. Especially with our Archangel here, we can kind of rock with that. So cut down. We can interrupt this, because this will go down, what, to a 3-2? Yeah, we'll let it go here, because now I'm thinking, actually, if they get rid of their spot removal, I mean, they could just have another thing, but now I'm kind of tempted to go in for Brutal Cathar. This is still kind of annoying for them. Plus, they don't know we could be running something else, so they just want to take less damage. That's fine. So now I think we just Brutal Cathar. Now we just Brutal Cathar the Preacher. I think that's pretty good. Even if it does come back, I can't swing in because I'll have Summoning Sickness, so they don't get that trigger. I think this is alright. Amalia. Okay. Don't like to see that. Oh, wow. And this is going to be, this is Edgar. So they have the alternate art of the Edgar. All their vampires control get +1. That's actually pretty cool. So this is actually like a vampire deck. That's actually pretty sick. Alright. Do get into another land here. Huh. So we can just drop our Archangel down. That feels pretty good. We can also just pass and make this go into the Moonrage Brute. But then how do we double spell the next turn is the question. I don't think we do. It's so bad, though. Oh, it's so freaking bad if they have removal. I think we have to just pass, right? If we do this... If we auto-pay, put this on you. I'm just so scared of spot removal. let's go ahead and just do that. Put this on the Brutal Cathar. So I'm not attacking either way. End turn, have this go Moonrage Brute. And then we have the Aven Interrupter. Feels okay. Just okay, though. I'm still very, very nervous. We're still winning the life right now. The, like, kind of like life war, I guess you could say. So we're at a, like, kind of an awkward standstill here. So Preacher, I think it is time just to interrupt this thing. Yep, let's go for it. Aven Interrupt, let's at least just put the Preacher on the rocks for one more turn, and they only have one more card left in their hand. I would imagine they still swing in with the Vampire. If they want to cast something else, we're going to go for the Moonrage Brute, so that feels good. I think it's going to have to be the Archangel now. We don't get the double spell, and we don't get to go for Aven Interrupter. Ooh, I don't know. Dropping down this Archangel does kind of pose some issues for them, though, doesn't it? Let's go for it. Archangel of Tithes, baby. It's a little risky. We could have gone in for the Aven Interrupter, but I think if we draw into another land, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of I don't knows with this deck. That's kind of the theme here. So we'll just pass. So next turn, if they want to go in for the Preacher and then double spell here, so they are going to draw. We do have Ward 1. Again, I don't know. I don't know where we sit here. I really don't know. Like I said, for the 9th time, I don't know. So there's the Preacher. If they cast another spell without removing the Moonrage Brute, that's probably not in their best interest. We do get another land. So, So if I'm attacking with the Archangel, right? Creatures... Okay, sorry. Whenever Archangel is attacking, creatures can't block unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. This doesn't have Vigilance, which is worth... I'm really annoyed by that. I think this Archangel should have Vigilance. But I don't know what to do here. Like, do I swing? Do I go for Adversary? Not really, because I kind of want to interrupt. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's put a Sorcerer roll, right? Sorcerer roll on maybe the Archangel so that we can actually start swinging in the air. Alright. Swing in here, I guess, right? Scry 1. If they have, like, Emperor, I really would hate an Emperor, but we could interrupt it. Vendor. I think we do like this. I think we do like that. So as long as I'm attacking, they have to pay 1, right? Which they could. They could do that. They are going to chump block. Wow. Okay. Okay. So they are tapped out. They kind of, you know, it didn't really matter right there a whole lot. But I still think we're okay. We can interrupt 1 card. They have quite a bit of firepower in their hand right now. Deep Cavern Bat. Well, we're going to have to interrupt it because they're just going to take the bat anyway. So that kind of forces our hand here, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and interrupt the bat. But, like, I'm trying to think here. If we have the Adversary, if they want to double... Now, if they want to double spell here, then the Moonrage Brute goes off because they already casted a Deep Cavern Bat. And a Wedding Announcement. Okay, so that's okay. And double Wedding Announcement. Okay, so that's actually not that bad at all. Yeah, they say oops, they're tapping. Let's go! Let's go! Alright, not bad. What I'm saying, well, let's go ahead and go Super Saiyan on you, buddy. Let's go ahead and keep this. Looks pretty good. We got a Thalia. Of course, Thalia being the heart and soul of this deck. Obviously, deciding, it's just like, it's pretty hard though. Once you commit to Thalia, it's like, you kind of know what you're doing here. You're like, once you have Thalia, you know the Emperor is not there. So the kind of opponent knows that. Brutal Cathar. Should I go for Thalia? Just kind of drop it down? Or should I go for the Coppercoat Vanguard? Let's go, I think I should go a little bit aggro here. I'm assuming they probably have some removal here. Get the ward down. Alright, that's fine. So they could actually, cut down the Thalia. I think the Thalia is probably a little bit more annoying for them long term. So then we can go for Thalia. You just know they always have a cut down. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess there's nothing we can really do about this, right? Because they were going to have a wedding announcement. They had the cut down. So I guess even if we did play Thalia, we were still screwed. So let's... Oh, man. It's actually kind of tempting to go in for the Vendor. Just get the Sorcerer roll going. But I think just dropping down Thalia is probably the best move here still. Let's just do this, gain our life, and be on our way. So now we do have our lovely Thalia down. Got the Brutal Cathars. Preacher, yeah, we're definitely gonna need the Brutal Cathars here for this Preacher. Now we have our Archangel. Okay, so this is definitely gonna be like a stress test for the Archangel. Let's just go straight in for the Brutal Cathar. Snatch up the Preacher. I know we could take a token because they don't come back, which would be kind of nice, but I think we're... Yeah, we can swing in here. That's fine. Alright, if we get to another land, I don't even know which one I'd really prefer. Obviously, go for the throat. Pretty brutal. They get through it, but the Preacher can't swing in yet, so we can use... As long as we set back the Preacher, it's pretty good. But now here's the thing. We could drop down our Archangel. What's better? Like, just dropping down the Archangel... They have to pay 1 for each attack. I mean, it's pretty good. Obviously, I still think it's better to do this, and boy, is it close, though. Boy, is it close. I'm just gonna hold still for now. So this wedding announcement is obviously paying dividends. If they get rid of the Brutal Cathar, I have to imagine they don't have like 4 go for the. I mean, like I guess they have cut down and go for the throat. So. But you gotta imagine, if I go for the Archangel here, I mean, can they kill me again? I'm gonna go for it. Let's go. Archangel of Tithes, gain a little bit of life, and now, with the Preacher, if they don't kill this thing, I mean, they're gonna have to pay 1. They're gonna have to pay 1 for every time they attack, which, right now, they're just gonna go in for the Preacher, which makes a lot of sense. Death Touch, very, very brutal. I guess we'll just say no for now. We're gonna have to kind of reevaluate our situation here. So let's go in for the Spellbook Vendor. Well, I mean, it's pretty much face up, right? We go for this. Spellbook Vendor. They are tapped out. It's worth noting that they are tapped out. So we can pay 1. I think we... For some reason, I keep thinking this Archangel has Vigilance, but it does not. I guess we'll just put it on you. Here's the thing, though. They can't... They're tapped out. Like, because they're tapped out, they can't block, right? As long as I'm attacking... They can't block unless they pay 1. They are tapped out. So Scry, we don't want to land. Unless I'm reading this right. Yeah, so they can't block. Bang, 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 down to 5. Pretty good. So right now, it's just pretty much the... Wow, not bad. Not half bad for a stress test. Novice, hello. Thank God we got a Novice here because my rank's looking a little bit low here. Probably the lowest I've ever seen, and I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, 95% doesn't feel good, ladies and gentle mages, but here we are. Human, alright, got Warden of the Inner Sky going on. We do have Elspeth Smite, but this is gonna be a problem. I can already kind of have a feeling. Convoke, we have a very, very bad matchup, so let's try to get the Peacekeeper in and just try to tax them. Whatever it may be, like the Knight or whatever, but a little nervous here. Legion Extruder. Okay, I did not see that coming. I absolutely did not see that coming. Maybe we're the novice. Yeah, I'm a novice. I don't know. I did not see that coming at all. Well, I guess we'll just go for the Peacekeeper here. Let's see what you got. Requisition. Oh, Emanates. So they are running the Emanates Recruiter nonsense kind of stuff here. Destroy target artifact, blah, blah. I think it's just going to have to be the Recruiter, right? Yeah, that's fine. I think it's going to be the Emanates Recruiter. So they can actually use the trained troops part of it still. But that's still a ways away, so I think it's fine. Is Legion Extruder good for this type of deck here? Obviously they have it, right? They can sacrifice this clue token, make a 3/3. And they can do that. Well, this might be the move. I don't know. I kind of like it right now. It's looking pretty good. Do have a 3/3. What I'm assuming they're going to do... Well, they already tapped this, so they can't do this right now. Okay. Buff up their board. Makes sense. Yep. Come on through, my friend. Officer. Well, you know what? Honestly, I'm not really too worried about the Aven Interrupter for at least a turn, because they're not going to be able to do anything with it, so... Maybe we go in for the Vendor. Let's go in for the Vendor. Do I want to go for the Officer? The Officer doesn't do a whole lot right now, right? So maybe let's do this first. Let's pay the 1, put it on the Peacekeeper. Swing in, and what do we got here? A land? Do we need a land? Not really, right? If we hold Elspeth Smite, 3 damage to target blocking creature. It's not like we have first strike or anything, though. That's kind of the problem. I'm going to say no. Probably just looking for like a Brutal Cathar, maybe. So... Down to 16. I think we do just drop the Recruitment Officer, because I don't really see this Elspeth Smite being all that relevant right now, so... Don't have to worry about the Imitating's Recruiter for at least one more turn. And they're just going to go straight in for the Myrics. Wow. They definitely want to go for the Warden of the Inner Sky. That makes sense, I guess. So 4/5. So this is not going to be too relevant right now. Down to 12. There we go. Oh my god. I mean, hey, Brutal Cathar is just always brutal. Okay. Whew, okay. What do we do here? I don't really like the Imitating's Recruiter, but like I don't know. They don't really have the firepower. I don't think. I think we're fine to do this. Let's go for the Brutal Cathar. Just get rid of you. This will reset the counters even if they do come back. So that's kind of nice. Let's do this, put it on the Vendor. These two have Vigilance, so they're swinging in, and then you stay back. Okay. So, an Archangel. Oh, man, Archangel's pretty damn good, right? So if they tap out, they can't even block me. Let's keep that. Yeah, let's keep that. Bang, bang. So down to 9. If they have another thing here, they can do that. That's fine. I was kind of hoping they would tap out, because then we just drop the Archangel of Tithes. Well, actually, this thing has to attack first. So never mind. I guess it doesn't really matter. So let's see what they want to do here. I still think we're going to drop the Archangel. I don't really want to swing in. They can go for the Legion Extruder. If you go for a Legion Extruder, they create a 3/3, so that doesn't feel good. Let's go for this. If we drop the Archangel and they want to slam down Imitating's Recruiter, they're not going to be able to pay to attack. So that feels good. And we just chill. We just chill. Just chilling. Just chilling. So they get a 3/3. It's not great here. Now, obviously, the Imitating's Recruiter is, you know, relevant. Because they can pay the tax. Wow! And we're gonna take it. Yeah, they can't swing in with the Archangel of Tithes. So let's go ahead and just take a look here. So even if they were to play this, they tap out, and then on the back end, the Archangel of Tithes, we would be able to swing in. I mean, that's pretty cool. Anagiri, hello. Let's go ahead and keep this. Looks pretty good to me. We got 2 Thalia, so hopefully we can make this Thalia really a pain in their ass. Speaking of a pain in their ass, I don't think Mono Red really enjoys me gaining life, so hopefully they don't play with fire me. Well, I said hopefully. I never guaranteed it. But alright, we got Thalia here. Maybe Thalia can kind of put a damper on your day. They must have just drawn the Kamanu, because typically turn 1 Kamanu is like the absolute nuts, almost always, so let's go and drop our Thalia, and now you can't play with fire, Thalia, but you can play with fire in my face, so you definitely can play with fire in my face. Alright, let's see what you got here. Mistress Foundry and a Squee. Okay, well that's not great. At least we can kind of block out the little dude here, so that's fine. First strike, obviously Thalia doing Thalia things. Not phenomenal. We got another Peacekeeper. Well, eventually we can buff up the squad with Adversary. No, I think it's just gonna be let's just go for Peacekeeper. I think I got like, ooh, Godric. Yeah, let's definitely take away the Godric. Godric, we say no. Well, actually, you know what? No, let's not be fancy about it. Actually, I don't know, because Godric, we can just trade with the Peacekeeper. Let's not be fancy about it. I changed my mind for the 3rd time. Alright, come on, let's see what you got here. Now, hopefully they did not just top deck a Monstrous Rage. That would be very annoying. There's no way we can just really play into that. If they swing in, I'm still just going to block, assuming they do not. Check, alright. And Adversary. Okay, well, Bloodthirsty Adversary. We have our own Adversary, so... This is going to happen no matter what. So, do we block the squee with the Peacekeeper is the question. I think... We have Adversary. I could just block and then we drop another Peacekeeper. I don't think so. I think we want to buff up the Adversary because they don't have other removal. So the Adversary is going to be quite annoying to them, I think. But now we have you. Now we have the Vanguard, huh? No, I still think we just do this. This is just too strong of a play, right? We pay here. I actually don't even know if I don't think I want to swing in with you because they can double block. It's actually pretty bad for us, so maybe just chill for now. Don't think we're looking too bad here. So I mean, really glad they played down the mountain here. That actually makes my job a lot easier and kind of like, you know, sweating for like a Monstrous Rage or something. So that's nice. Whenever another creature leaves the battlefield, we can do this. I don't know, maybe we just go for another Peacekeeper? I mean, I don't know, this feels pretty annoying to them, right? So we just really put this Godric on ice? I guess, sure. Recruitment Officer. Yeah, I think we just chill for now. I mean, I can't chill forever. So yeah, we actually can't even go for the Godric now, which is actually kind of hilarious. I guess we'll have to get this up into the air. So now when things start leaving, we are going to start gaining life, which is phenomenal. It's a little confusing why they're not swinging with the Chick. I mean, the Chick can still do damage, as far as I'm concerned. Coppercoat Vanguard. I mean, do I want to swing in? If I swing in with you, what happens? They just block? I mean, that feels pretty bad. Even with the lifelink, I don't know. This could have got a little bit more grindy than that, but I will take the win. Stacks. Hello. All right, baby. Let's get... I mean, I think we're just going to tax you to death here. We got the Recruitment Officer. Got a Thalia. Anointed Peacekeeper. And a Brutal Cathar just for some, like, creature hate. Like, let's see what we got here, man. I think we're looking pretty good. All right. Slow start for the opponent, so we got to love that. Let's go in for our lovely Thalia. Green-white usually streams creature, so I'm not sure if this is... Ooh, Naya. Okay, Pia Nalar. Do I want to go for the Brutal Cathar, or do I want to go for the Peacekeeper? I think it's... With the 3 toughness here, I think it's pretty easy. Let's just go ahead and take out the Pia Nalar. And swing in. If they do have removal, at least the removal type of stuff is going to be taxed by Thalia, so we kind of get around that a little bit. Except for that. Okay. Fuck. That's not good. In fact, that's horrendously terrible. But I guess we'll go for the Veteran and the Anointed Peacekeeper. Angel Fire Ignition, Soul Partition. I guess it's going to have to be Angel Fire Ignition by default, right? I mean, I don't love that, but like, whatever. Yeah, it's going to have to be Angel Fire Ignition. Let's go ahead and just lock them out of that entirely. And pass, unfortunately. I was gonna say, yeah, because if they have removal, well, Brutal Cathar is our, is Brutal Cathar like the only, like, creature removal? What is this? Oh, Atali's Favor. Okay, so let's see what they get here. Rocco Street Chef. Okay, this is bad. Oh my god, this is so bad. Oh, man. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this deck. I'm actually a huge fan of this deck when I'm playing it. But when it gets going, you got Pia Nalar and the Rocco. Ooh, it's pretty rough. Do you have Elspeth Smite? So what is it? Let me read this again. Whenever each player, blah, blah, each player may play the card exit this way. So I guess there's really no, like, timestamp on it, right? I can just kind of have this whenever. Let's swing in with Thalia, then. Because if I have Elspeth Smite, we have first strike. So I guess we'll just take our damage while we can. I do have Elspeth Smite. That's fine. Highly doubt they block. Unless they want to do like a triple block. I don't think that makes any sense, right? Actually, I don't know. It might. Then we get rid of Rocco. I don't know. We'll see. Never mind. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Down to 12. I have to cast something here. So let's go in for Lunarch Veteran. And then I can just activate the Recruitment Officer's ability. I mean, it's not like amazing. But it's something. So yeah, this could get a little sweaty. Another Brutal Cathar. Pretty horrendous. In fact, I don't think we have much to do with this. Two Cathars are brutal. We can still go for the Elspeth Smite. I highly doubt they swing in with this. I think they're just going to want to establish the board. So how do we win this? I think we're just going to have to snag our own Brutal Cathar and just have it be a Brutal Cathar off. Do we want to like make the commitment to kill the Pia? Because if they don't, well, they have another one, so I can't, right? No. All right. So yeah, we are just locked out. This is bad. Like we're just no matter like which way you look at it, like we're just totally like we're blocked out here, man. So I guess we'll just activate this, whatever. Got an Interrupter, so we do like the Interrupter here. This actually could be pretty damn good. Ooh, got an Archangel too. Well, if they don't have hard removal, which I guess this is, I mean, this is still kind of removal. Kind of getting blocked out by Thalia, which is nice. I really wish I had another land. I'm just gonna go for it. It sucks that we have to get like let this happen with Rocco, and they're still gonna be able to soul partition next turn. They can't this turn. They can't this turn, which is nice. Guess just pass. Food token, sure. I think this Archangel is going to be kind of how we have to win this. So, yep, obviously that is really unfortunate. So we can bring this back. But then we're tapped out again, and then they just have a soul partition. So maybe that was a little bit too short-sighted. But again, like they just have us. I think they just kind of have us down. I mean, there's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do, I don't think. Go for Interrupter. Well, they got rid of their Pia. Yeah, at this point, Thalia's not doing a whole lot. Like, they have enough mana to kind of do what they're doing. And we got to get rid of this Pia Nalar. If they got rid of their other one, I'm just going to do this. I guess we'll just kind of take a beating here. But, like, if they can't generate thought, I think it's a little bit too late, to be honest with you. So, yeah, just take your stuff here. I think they just have us. There's just no way. Honestly, it's just pretty much like the Brutal Cathars here, but I am a really big fan of this deck here. Let's just go ahead and pass. Let's let them just go for the Moonrange Brute, and hopefully they go for Angel Fire Ignition. Let's just let them have it. Let them have it. So, cheers to you, my friend. Resolve. I'm not even gonna interrupt them. Let's just let them have. There's no way we come back from this anyway. So. I was kind of surprised they didn't go for the Angel Fire Ignition. Oh, well, they see the Interrupter here, so yeah, we'll let them have it completely. Got the Rocco. Rocco's Modern Life. It's going off, baby. Got the Inti. Yeah, so they actually see the Interrupter here. That's completely fine. Resolve. And, ooh, a Quint... Yeah, I want to say, I imagine that they have a Quintorius in this deck here, but we'll go and clank them up, baby. GG's. Yeah, this deck's really nice. I actually think, yeah, pretty nice. Play online 2009. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to think, when was the first time I ever played online? I was actually thinking, we had this conversation. I had this conversation with a friend the other day. I'm like, when did games start going online? I mean, the PlayStation, like, 1. I mean, that generation couldn't. I think it was, like, the PS2. Right? Like, the PS2 and, like, the original Xbox. The original Xbox go online? I don't even really remember. I think the PS2 was the first, like, system to go online. But, nevertheless, it's called, we're online today, baby. And you know what else is online? This Coppercoat Vanguard. Let's Go and swing in, take our damage while we can. So I only have, you know, 2 more Aven Interrupters. But if they are looking to kind of get into some super big creatures, I guess we could interrupt them. But for this turn, they might just drop a big fat 4-drop on us. And they do not. Wow. That is actually pretty nice. Because the Railway Brawler, I mean, Thalia's not going to be very good in this matchup here. Just because they're going to be running a lot of creatures. But this is fine. Swing in here. Of course, we go for the Aven Interrupter. And we can just interrupt this thing. We actually have 2 of them, which is really nice. So, yeah, we're just going to have to interrupt this thing. Can't have you playing this scary stuff for free. And then next turn we can do it again. But like I said, they are still going to have something pretty juicy to drop here. So hopefully no, like, Vorinclex. What the hell? Oh, Reach Death Touch. I have not seen this Recluse in a while. Wow, double Recluse. Okay, that is actually kind of annoying. It's more annoying than it should be. Alright, we can just interrupt this again. I can't swing with the Interrupter. Maybe we just chill, right? I don't think I can really swing in. I think we just chill. Yeah, I can't really do anything here. Swinging does not make any sense. And they're gonna go in for this. Sorry, my friend, we're gonna go ahead and interrupt you again. And now this Railway Brawler. This Railway Brawler wants to come out so bad, but now it's gonna cost 4 with double interrupters here, so that's kind of nice. See if they have like a fight spell or something. Lone Speaker, sure. Another Vanguard. So we could go for the Recruitment Officer or just go for the Vanguard. These Death Touchers are really annoying, huh? I guess they're gonna be able to cast this Railway Brawler no matter what, right? Like they have it. I mean, they're gonna be able to do this, so I think we might want to start being aggressive. Let's just drop this. If we're dropping this and not going for the Recruitment Officer, then like it is what it is. So I think we have to, right? I'm doing it. I am absolutely doing it. Because they're gonna be, yeah, they can cast this. So like I think we got to do it, man. Trades for days. That's fine. It doesn't feel great, but like they have the mana for this, so. They are out of the hand as well, so I mean they're gonna play it either way. Guess we'll just go for the Recruitment Officer, right? Can't really do a whole lot here, so we get a Brutal Cathar. That is absolutely beautiful. And you pass? No, I don't think doing an all-in send, that doesn't really make too much sense here. So fortunately, they only have 1 more card in their hand, and we get another Brutal Cathar. That is brutal. That is definitely brutal. Let's go and drop it. Doesn't seem like they have any sort of, like, you know, response. So 3, 6, 9. That's not enough, but I'm going to keep this other Brutal Cathar just in case they have something else. Yeah, I don't think we're really ready to push, especially because we just do like a true blue trade. We're not going for lethal anyway. But having another Brutal Cathar here, ooh, and then they drop something big and juicy, we're just gonna Brutal Cathar anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and give them a good game. GG's, man. Mono green, just quite not there yet.